Our next guest is Jenny Luciano, who's the Vice President of Development for Hope Services. Jenny, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell me, what does Hope Services do?
Hope is an organization that helps people with developmental disabilities live their lives as fully as possible.
And how big an organization is Hope?
Well, fairly large, actually. We run all throughout Santa Clara County and then throughout all the counties down to Monterey, and we have small programs in Half Moon Bay as well as Alameda.
So how many clients do you serve then?
Currently, we're serving a little over 2,500 plus their families.
Wow, that's quite a lot.
It is.
Now, when you say you serve them, what type of programs do you have available?
There's all kinds of programs, and when you think about somebody with developmental disabilities, you really need to think about birth to death. So from the early childhood development standpoint, we've got a really great children's programs. We do developmental assessments, help with any kind of therapeutic need they may have. Then after the age of 3, the school districts pretty much take over until the ages of between 18 to 22. Once they are out of high school, folks come back to us, and we're providing employment services, all different kinds of day programs. Could be that, they want to be out in the community, but they don't quite know what to do with themselves. So we do some really intensive work with folks to help them integrate into the communities that they're living in. And then from there, we've got a really terrific senior program and mental health counseling, so you name it.
That's great. Now, you do also serve them the time they're in school with after-school programs, don't you?
That is correct. Actually, we're just starting a brand new after-school program, and that's really exciting for us because it's not something that we have been traditionally doing in terms of serving that age group.
Now, you have a location right here in Willow, Glen, correct?
That's correct. That's our Parkmore location. Yeah. We call it our Whittier Workshop, but it is on Parkmore.
So what do you do at the Whittier Workshop?
There's all kinds of things happening at the Whittier Workshop. I mentioned earlier our senior program, so we've got about 60 seniors that come there for a day program. And then we also have our mental health services, our counseling program, and these are for people that have developmental disabilities as well as mental health issues. So they aren't just mainstream mental health services. You have to be dual diagnosis, so to speak. And then we also have our employment workshop, and there's so many things that happen there, it's almost hard to describe. But essentially, if you have a project that needs to be completed and it's systematic, our folks can do it for you.
So give me an example of some of those projects.
So we'll do mailing projects, we'll do fulfillment projects, collating, developing binders. We've even done and did this for years and years and years. If you've recently flown on a 747, chances are very good that we produced one of the electrical grounding blocks on that 747.
Now, your clients enjoy doing this work?
Absolutely. They are looking for a sense of purpose, and they're looking for ways to give back to their community. Everybody wants to be fulfilled, including folks with developmental disabilities.
Now, these services you provide, you get the jobs from local companies, is that correct?
That's correct. And, even things that are unusual, like recently we've had bottles that have been labeled with an incorrect label of some kind. We'll go through, remove a label, polish up the bottle, and put on the new label. So there's all kinds of projects that happen there.
Now, this is a for-profit. I mean, they make money doing this, so you charge the customers for getting these projects done.
We do. So we are a nonprofit, but we provide business services. So essentially, Hope Services is acting like the employer. We employ our clients to do work for the customer, and we pay the clients, and in exchange, they get a paycheck.
Yeah. Now, if I were out shopping for someone to take care of a project for me, is Hope competitive in their pricing?
Absolutely. In fact, I think we're a little bit ahead of the competition in a lot of ways, and we're eager for the business. So check out our services.
Now, do any of your employees work outside of the Moore Park location?
We do. We do that in a number of ways. We have individual placements. For instance, we've got checkers at Safeway and people who work at Target and Walmart and what have you. But then we also have groups of people who need a little bit more training. So we'll send a crew out to do maybe a larger job or a job that would require a team, landscaping, that kind of thing. And then we have contract work where we have bid for a specific contract and we provide things like janitorial services.
So if people are interested about your program, like to find out more about either participating in, as a volunteer, contributing to, where would they go to get information?
It's www.hopeservices.org, or you're welcome to call us, 408-284-2850.
I really appreciate the services that you provide to the Willow Glen community.
Thank you.
And thank you for spending some time with us here at Willow Glen in Motion.
Happy to be with you.